All right, I'm here in Mayakoba, Mexico for the NFLPA Golf Classic, some of your favorite stars. And I wish that my next guest was here in person because he would be an all-access pass. Sometimes I have to work really hard, to get players to come talk to me. But Michael Irvin, if you just walk with him, everybody's stopping and making a crowd. You are a Hall of Famer. You are obviously just the playmaker in everything that you do. How are you, Michael?
Okay, I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. It's so great to hear your voice and to be back on air with you, hanging out, talk to my man Richie right there. I guess he's working with you guys over there too. So it's always good to hear from some of the old guys, some of my old locker room guys when we were at the network.
Yes, yes. I want to talk about all of the things, but topic number one, Carnival. Happy belated birthday, Irv. Love you, big guy. What the hell is this? Talk me through what I'm seeing here.
I cannot believe me, man. Oh, my God. Hey, this was insane. Oh, my God. I've always wanted to go to Carnival. Ever since everybody hears about Carnival, and you want to go, right? And I'm like, I've got to go before I get too old. They won't be able to walk around because it's a lot of walking. So, well, actually, I really got on that scooter. I scooted around in that outfit, on a scooter, riding around Carnival. It was incredible. Let me tell you what, Kate. Over there, everybody was there to have a good time. It was no one was, there was no bad attitudes. It was just incredible, man. So I enjoyed it. I don't think I had a birthday in the country since that old famous birthday a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I like getting out of the country.
I know what you're saying. I love that you like getting out of the country. Happy birthday. Where did the outfit come from? And people think you got your belly button pierced. I think people
No. There's no belly button pierced there.
Okay. It's just glitter?
In that outfit. Oh my God. Hey, that outfit I had, right? Like we were trying to figure out, because everybody out there had outfits on, right? Yeah. And the other thing, right? When I went to the store, because I was like, I gotta buy something. You went in Rome, you do as the Romans. So they had Speedos. The guy had on a Speedo and some strings hanging down. And I was like, if I put that on, I would never be able to go back home again. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't put it on. We went to the store. Those were actually a pair of lady pants, the sparkling pants that the ladies have, right? But I couldn't find any sparkling men pants. So I bought the lady pants, cut them off at the knees, kind of hawkish style, But of course, yeah, I had fun.
Are you still getting, is there still glitter in your belly button? I hate to ask you, but I have to ask you.
I know. The person that was doing that, I said, you think you should put some glitter in the belly button when they were doing it? And I said, I don't know if that's going, And they said, no, leave it. It looks good here in Brazil. I didn't plan on doing that videotape until I had a few drinks and got up nerves.
Michael, what's the craziest thing you saw down there?
Oh, God. First of all, on the beach, it's just it was literally Sodom and Gomorrah. On the beach, they were crazy out there.
It got biblical out there?
It was literally, that's why he had to get rid of Sodom and Gomorrah. It was a whole lot of debauchery going on. And there was a lot going on over there, too. There was a lot. Right on the sand, right on the beach. So if you ever get a chance, I guess I shouldn't say that and then suggest you go to Carnival. But I suggest you go take a break, go to Carnival.
My next question, I saw you. I mean, you're living your best birthday life right now. You were at a Lakers game with Stephen A. How would Stephen A. do at Carnival?
Oh, that'd be interesting to see. That'll be interesting, right? You know what? That whole group right there, Paul Pierce and Kevin Frazier, oh my God, you just made me have a thought. That group would have a great time over at Carnival because all those guys right there, believe it or not, can make fun of themselves, and can laugh at themselves. So that's always needed when you want to go have a real good time. So those guys would be great.
Michael, I know you have your YouTube show. Take me into your trophy case there. What is behind you? What is going on back there?
Oh, listen, and I'm changing up a lot of things. We're redesigning the whole house. You know, I want to redesign my backyard, like redesign the backyard, everything of the house. But this right here, I'm gonna redesign all this too. But this is, you know how people get in those rooms, right? And do those shows, and they stick a whole bunch of stuff back there to make it look like they've been busy in life. I have. That's not stuff stuck back there. That's real stuff, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite thing?
So all of those, well, always the Super Bowl trophies. You know, I won't even send these off to get polished because I'm afraid somebody's going to steal them or take them or try to replace them. You know, I got a national championship trophy up here. Right here's my baby. Here's my baby. This is a broadcasting Emmy right here. Here is my baby. You see that? That means I did my thing well, and I'm over here doing this thing pretty well. That's what. So a champion is a champion in everything he does. So yeah, I would say that's one of my babies right there. You see, Andre Johnson sent me this. I love this. Yeah, Andre Johnson. When I gave him his gold jacket at the Hall of Fame, so he sent me my vodka in the gold jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's so nice.
And that was, listen, out of all this stuff up here, this was one of the greatest moments, really, for me. I told Andre that I couldn't believe that he asked me to put that gold jacket on him. And I remember when I first left Miami, and they were like, "Man, we think we signed this guy, Andre Johnson. He could be the next Mike Irvin." And then he came around the corner. I was like, God, that's a big mother brother right there. So it was just a blessing from God to get a chance to do that.
It's amazing. I mean, the relationship between receivers is true and it's special. What question do you hear most when you run into wide receivers?
Like about what kind of divas, wide receivers, the divas, and all of these things. I have to tell people this all the time. You got to understand this. First of all, by nature, we are a dichotomy. We are out wide, which says independence, but we're very dependent. You see what I mean? So by nature, that dichotomy exists. Out here all by yourself, but you need that help. I can't play without a quarterback. So yeah, you can understand when we have, those. At least all of us have at least two of us in each of us, and some of us have a little bit more. Some of those wide receivers even have more than just two people, but we all have that. And we got to learn though. This is what I get mad at myself about, Kay, is, you know, you see the old film of a guy of us on the sideline going back and forth, and I'm trying to get my guys up. I think that has gone way too far now, because receivers, it's not even about going up and down the sideline to get their guys up. I'm seeing guys go after their quarterbacks and all of that stuff, and we never did that. Like, why would I go after my quarterback? That's like a fish telling the water, I'm tired of you. Why would you? The fish can't live without the damn water. What are you talking about? So you know, this thing has changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I did it to get my team going and everything. I never went after Troy, never went after the head coach. So some of that stuff I don't like seeing.
But we like seeing it when, you know, like a Joe Burrow welcomes T and Jamar into the locker room, hugs them, helps vocally say that they both deserve to get paid. Right. That must have been a beautiful moment for you to witness, just as a wide receiver.
It is on many fronts. Now, first of all, to see both of those guys get an opportunity to stay and play in Cincinnati, I love that. That moved the needle. You know, you get number one up to 41 now, and the number one receiver now making numbers like 41 million, and the number two receiver's coming up to 28, 30. So what does that tell me? This game is a passing game. They have turned the game over to the men that they should turn it over to, and that's the wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? So that part, I don't know,
Irv, people think that you shouldn't pay two wide receivers on the same team.
I don't concur with that conclusion at all. And I don't concur with that conclusion, with the conclusion of, oh, defense win championships. No. Points win championships. Points. Let's not get it twisted. You can play, if you got 100-snap game, you can play 99 plays great. If you give up 1 point and you have 0 points, you lose that game. Points win championship. So let's get real. And you got your 2 wide receivers, and you know you have a quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks. Let's maximize the opportunity to get points. And we can find people to put together a pretty good defense. But if the other team got to put up 35 points a game, you got a pretty good shot at winning.
The Bengals have the 6th best odds right now on FanDuel, plus 1,700 to win the Super Bowl. Can they win the Super Bowl with what's going on with that team? You like them?
Absolutely. They got to the Super Bowl with what we do, the worst offensive line to ever make it to the Super Bowl because they had those beasts. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're shaking it up in more ways than one. They shook it up when they got there with the worst offensive line. What does everybody say? The first thing you got to do is find an offensive line. Now, if I got a quarterback that can get that ball out of his hands fast, and I got 2 receivers that can get open real fast, I just got to get me some guys that can stay in front of somebody for 2.5 seconds. You ain't got to be the greatest. I tell all my young linemen that are growing up, I said, all you have to do, young man, is live by the rule of 3. He said, well, what's that, Mr. Irvin? I said, understand this. You're going to be 300 pounds. Somebody across from you going to be 300 pounds. You stay in front of them for 3 seconds. Somebody going to pay you $300 million. 3 seconds is all you need. And you can find some 3-second guys and keep them wide receivers.
I love it. We got Trey Smith on the show coming up, a Super Bowl champion. So we'll be talking to him. I wanted, I warmed you up. We talked belly buttons and glitter and Carnival and all the things, and the Bengals and receivers. Your Cowboys. Let's take a look at what they've done. Okay. They added a bunch on defense. They grabbed 2 running backs in free agency. Did they do enough? How much better did they get?
Well, they did something, and they're moving and bringing in some people. I say right now the Cowboys still have work to do, and I know they brought in a few running backs, and I was a little worried about that because I'm hoping Jeanty is there and they go and get Jeanty because he's a difference maker. You can bring in running backs and you're going to need running backs, but that different dude is a different dude. And I witnessed it when Emmett got here to Dallas. So, yeah, I want that. And I think the Cowboys, I want them to bite off of something, some of what Cincinnati's doing. Bring in the help with defense, but let's get CeeDee Lamb some help and we try to beat this. Before last year, the Cowboys had like #1 offense for a few years, and they were winning 12-5 for those last 3 years with that offense. That's why I know you can win with great offense and scoring points. So, yeah, I want Jeanty, and I want another receiver to help CeeDee Lamb.
I mean, they had a chance at Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, and I like Kupp. And I'm happy that he ended up where he is because I think that'd be a perfect place for him in Seattle. I think I was the only one that said he was going to Seattle. The only one. And I think it makes perfect sense. Kubiak comes in as offensive coordinator, Grubbs lead. You're bringing in Sam Darnold. You kicked out that offense in Seattle. That's why you got rid of Lockett, all of those guys. Kicked out that offense. And now Cooper Kupp's going to be your inside guy. Are you joking? Now, JSN, who's a great player, I think he had like maybe close to 800 yards in the slot last year, but he wasn't in this offense. And now he's going to learn how to play the slot from the best slot player in this offense. So that him going to Seattle was like the candy I grew up on. Now it's great for now, and it will be great for later because it's going to pass on to JSN. Him in Dallas, as great as he is, and I would be a little bit worried about some of that covering over CeeDee Lamb. And right now, I want to make sure his attitude is right and his relationship with Dak is perfect.
Is it okay? Their
Oh yeah, it's
relationship?
great. It's
Okay,
great. It's
good.
great.
Love
But
that.
listen, let me tell you where my worries come from. When I saw that playoff game against Green Bay 2 years ago, remember Dak missed him early,
Yeah.
and they didn't talk all game. I said, wait a minute, that was early. Why y'all wait? How you got this mad that early? So something had to come into this game with you to make you this mad that early. Those are the things I worry about.
You're the playmaker. Let's make some decisions here. Let's make some plays. You've talked about Jeanty. You said that you want them to have another receiver to go alongside CeeDee Lamb like the Bengals are doing, right? Ashton Jeanty or Matthew Golden, who I know you like.
Oh,
You like him at 12. If both
I-
are on the board, is it Jeanty or Golden for you?
And that's a great question. And if both are on the board, I got to go Jeanty. Because now I'm coming back to what I know, and we all fall back on what we know best. And what I know best is that triplet formation, winning games. I know when Emmett came, the difference he made. We had the same offensive line prior to him getting here. But when he got here, all of a sudden they became the best offensive line ever. That's because Emmett was the best running back ever. You see what I mean? And he made a difference. Let's look at what Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry did for those squads that they played on this year. So, yeah, you get a chance to get a Jeanty and get and have that kind of production that he's had. Yeah, you take him.
I'll add another curveball.
But I love Matthew Golden too now. That's a speed guy that we need also. We need that speed.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks just signed back with New Orleans, and honestly, God bless him. Brandon Cooks, they lost a lot of that speed that the Cowboys need. And Matt Golden would be great.
Stephen Jones said that one of the goals is to get a young quarterback in the draft. So I'm going to throw this curveball at you. If Shadur Sanders is there for some reason, would you take him?
Oh, that's a great question now. And yeah. Oh, you're going to need something for the future. And if you can get a chance, absolutely, I'm taking him right now. And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to take Shedeur Sanders if he's there, and with Shadur and then Dak and
Jeanty. You would take Shadur over Jeanty, Irv.
What? Stop playing. I got I got personal things I'm trying to make go down here. Are you serious?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Right.
Well, you know Shadur better than the average person.
Right.
Which I love.
And I love Shadur. And all that noise that people are talking about, when you're talking about, oh, he's this or he's that, I'm like, shut up. He's exactly what you need. Let me tell you what. That's the kind of dude that plays in big games well. He's used to you coming out. Keep coming. Yeah. That's the stuff that he eats on and makes him play better. Some guys run from that life. And very few guys run to that kind of life. That's why I think he'll do great here. If New York drafts him, he'll do great in New York. Now, that's a hard thing, too, to talk about playing well in New York. You see how it destroys a lot of quarterbacks. They don't have the mentality to survive that. Absolutely, Shadur does. And if I had a chance to get Shadur, I'm taking him because quarterback trumps all things. Trumps all things. Yeah.
And you're somebody who knows him. You know him better than the average person. I think what you say about Shadur matters. I appreciate
it. And you still have quarterback leverage if you had a room with Dak and Shadur Sanders in it, because Shadur is going to be your future, and Dak right now is your right now. You got a room with some leverage in it, and then maybe another year or two I can get Dion in here too. That's just
We have like a minute left. I know what you were thinking on the plane ride to Carnival. You were thinking, by the time I get back, Aaron Rodgers will make a decision. He will have a team. Yet somehow, all that glitter later, all that biblical stuff later, we don't know where he's going. People are saying it's being dragged out.
Right.
What is your take on Aaron Rodgers and his future? Where he should go? Should he go anywhere?
I wanted to go. I wanted to see him in Pittsburgh. I thought it'd be a great pick to see him in Pittsburgh. When he was in that mode of I'm ready to come in and do what I have to do. But now when this thing gets dragged out like this, now it's all about you again. And I don't know if that works in Pittsburgh. I heard Cam Ward the other day say, come on, man, you don't want to play with us, then let me know. Aaron Rodgers has to make a decision for that reason right there. I would not have this happening because whatever team you go to now, it's like, is it about you or you want to be happy to join a team? And Pittsburgh, I thought, was a great place.
Amazing answer. Pittsburgh hasn't had a top 10 scoring offense since 2018. Maybe it'll still work, but great words by you, Irv. That's it. We appreciate your stopping by the show. And you've got everything going on YouTube. You've got your Emmy. You've got you said you have one Lombardi. You've got 3 back there shining beautifully. It's good to see. Good to see you.
National championship, everything is back there. And it's all real. That's all I'm saying. It's all real.
Yes. Carnival, not real. The trophy cases, real. Irv, we appreciate it. And I don't know who you're throwing shade at, but I love it.
All right. Good talking to you guys.